By the time we're finished reading this introduction, 19 people will have had their identity stolen. Ask any victim, they'll tell you it's absolutely awful. Some spend the rest of their lives trying to get everything back to normal. The thing is, something you do every single day may put your personal information right into the hands of crooks. So today on DelmarvaLife, you're going to find out what it is and what one simple thing starts as a starting point for thieves.
Well, protecting your identity can be as easy as destroying a few important documents. Coming up, I'll tell you where you can do that for free this summer.
Something else, crooks want to compromise your credit and debit cards. In an effort to prevent that, you're going to start noticing some changes to the way you do business. You may have already noticed them. We'll tell you what's in store and how con artists are already trying to work their way around it.
Well, there's no getting around this. Financial responsibility, and for new college grads, that can sometimes be a challenge. We've got some simple steps to get them started, plus why it's so important to start chipping away at that student debt now.
After a mud run, this woman was left with a load of debt to the tune of $100,000. But that's not the only problem on her plate. She's now blind in one eye. Yeah, you heard me right. A mud run left her blind. We'll share her nightmare with you and why it's something that happens a lot more than you might think.
Well, this woman also was left blind, and the culprit may be something you have at home and love, a cat. You're going to hear what happened and why doctors say the solution to preventing this is simple.
Your sight could be in danger too, especially this time of year. Did you ever think summer could pose risks? We'll run down the list.
We also have a list of cutie pies that would love to make your home theirs. We're trying to make a connection in today's Pet Connect.
And we can't wait for the sounds of Silhouette Song. They take the DelmarvaLife stage in just a little while. DelmarvaLife starts right now. Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hoppa. Welcome to DelmarvaLife from historic Studio D. So, it turns out that maybe that shark that everybody's been talking about, possibly pregnant. DNR estimates this thing, everybody's been sending us videos of this, about 8 feet long, maybe 300 pounds, probably in the area to give birth. So DNR says, by the way, this particular type of hammerhead, endangered.
Yeah.
DNR is saying just leave the shark alone. Let it be.
Yeah, in fact, there's a hashtag out there, leave the sharks alone. And if the sharks aren't keeping you out of the water, maybe the weather will be. And something else the weather will keep you from is one of this weekend's activities brought to you by the Great Pocomoke Fair. Organizers say after meeting with Worcester County emergency management officials and checking out the forecast maps, they are regretfully canceling this weekend's East Coast Puller Truck and Tractor Pull. They say to check back for the event to be scheduled next year.
Well,
it is certainly the time of year for festivals. In fact, the Big Barrel Country Music Festival is underway in Dover, and the Delaware Junction Country Music Festival is just a month and a half away.
it is so exciting for this. But what makes these two so different from Firefly, which just ended? Well, as a matter of fact, DelmarvaLife Sean Stryker caught up with the boys from the Froggy 99 morning show to try to answer that question for you.
With the Firefly Music Festival now in the rearview mirror, Big Barrel is on deck and Delaware Junction is just around the corner. But what makes these two festivals different than Firefly is they feature all country music acts, a genre that the Froggy 99.9 morning show hosts Whiskey and Randy say is very popular on Delmarva.
Country music here on Delmarva is huge. I mean, we run into people all the time that obviously listen to Froggy and want to, you know, talk country music. And I mean, when you look around, even the country, it's the most popular genre almost anywhere in America, and especially here on Delmarva. So I think it's only fitting that we get a big time festival like this here.
And Big Barrel is bringing with it some big names.
Blake Shelton, Carrie Underwood, Miranda Lambert. When you bring in that kind of headliner, you're going to have a lot of people there.
Big Barrel is expected to draw around 30,000 people, and the radio duo are expecting a lot of them to be from right here on the peninsula.
I think, you know, there'll probably be a lot of local people checking it out because, you know, it's in our own backyard, and I think it'll be a good turnout as far as, I can't guess a percentage because it's the first year, but I would say there'll be a good percentage of local people at this event.
For those not from the area, Whiskey says these types of music festivals are doing a lot for Delaware.
I think Firefly has started that. I think people are going, wow, we're Delaware? You know, I hear that all the time, Delaware, and now we're kind of putting ourselves on the map.
Moving forward, the question now is, will Delmarva be able to support two very similar festivals?
I mean, it's been unheard of. Again, the two festivals this summer, we're going to have big acts, but to have Blake, Miranda, and Carey in consecutive nights, and then the level of acts leading up to them is great. You've got some great up-and-comers as well. I mean, I think everybody that's heard about this is really excited.
Yeah, we all want to check it out. We all want to see how it goes, and we hope it turns into Firefly, you know, because we are in the genre, we love country music, and, you know, we need something like this.
Although Whiskey thinks there's still room for more.
And you go from like Firefly to, you know, country and then maybe polka next. I mean,
polka's huge.
There's a way you could get around and do 3 festivals.
Yeah, have you heard our polka podcast?
I have not.
It's
awesome.
Amazing.
Those guys. What can you say? Some good news for you. You can still get your Big Barrel tickets for this weekend. We're going to have a link on our website, WBOC.com. Click on our picture at the top of the page.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah?
That's not the only place that you'll be able to find some country music. The daughter of Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Johnny Cash, Roseanne Cash, is coming to Selbyville. Her tour brings her to the Freeman stage at Bayside in Selbyville. That's going to be tomorrow. She's earned 4 Grammy Awards over the course of her 3-decade-plus career. 3 from her latest album, The River and the Thread.
Oh, that's going to be a great show. Hey, be sure to check out, be in Ocean City to check out Caitlin Adams. Do you remember her?
Oh, yeah.
She's a 19-year-old sophomore from St. Michael's. She goes to Towson University, and she is running 390 miles across Maryland. It's all to benefit the Limbs for Life Foundation. Caitlin is expected to arrive on Philadelphia Avenue in Ocean City around 10:30 tomorrow morning. They want a lot of people there to cheer her on.
Terrific athlete in school. And speaking of school, you know, one of the biggest challenges for teachers after the summer break is getting the students to remember what they learned before they took the summer break. Well, Karen Hutchins, there on the left, and Phyllis Brooks Collin are starting a program called The Next Generation of Leaders. It's going to help keep students' minds fresh. The free program is at Frontline Ministries in Dover. It's for kids 10 to 14, runs through the end of July. If you want more information, call Frontline Ministries 302-730-9200.
Well, Rehoboth Beach Main Street is offering a great way to remember past generations or to mark a milestone. You can buy commemorative bricks that are installed in beautiful Penny Lane, which is 1 block from the beach. And now through the end of September, you can get the bricks for $25 off. Now, the bricks usually cost $175, but are now $150 with the discount. You can also receive a mini brick replica for the recipient. These bricks are perfect for memories and milestones such as remembering loved ones, weddings, births, graduations, anniversaries. You'll find more information on our website, WBOC.com.
And you know what? That might be a perfect idea for this. We want to congratulate the Honorable Mike Castle and civil rights attorney Brian Stevenson. They are the Delaware Historical Society's 2015 Delaware History Makers Award honorees. The well-respected longtime Delaware political leader Mike Castle served as the governor of Delaware for 2 terms and as a U.S. congressman for 9 terms. Brian Stevenson's a native of Milton, the founder and executive director of the Equal Justice Initiative, and the author of the critically acclaimed New York Times bestseller, Just Mercy. History Makers Award has recognized Delawareans who have made significant and lasting contributions to the quality of life in Delaware, our nation, or the world, and both men will receive their award at a ceremony in September.
How about that?
Isn't that terrific?
That is.
Can I brag just a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, this particular thing strikes close to home. My dad's family is from the left coast, okay, out in Oregon. We've got loggers and lumberjacks all the way back into our history. I want to share this with you. One of the most important things when you bring down a big tree is where it lands. It takes a lot to figure out how and where to cut it to get it to fall exactly where you want it. Now here we've got a Douglas fir, almost 4 feet in diameter. This thing weighs several thousand pounds. 2 buildings, very close. Accuracy is important.
Oh, no.
Watch this.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Huh? Didn't touch either one of them. Thank you very much.
Well, you got to wonder if a little bit of that was luck. That tree fell exactly where they wanted it to. Unfortunately, millions of people can't say the same when it comes to their personal information, and that can be disastrous. Up next on DelmarvaLife, find out how something you probably do every day without even thinking could serve as a starting point for a crook to take over your identity.
The good thing is, one simple step can stop identity thieves in their tracks. Shredding. But not everyone has a shredder. Coming up, I'll tell you where you can destroy some personal documents for free.
You know something else you don't want compromised? Your credit cards. In an effect to protect you, companies are making changes. Maybe you've already noticed when you went to buy something. You're going to find out what's starting to replace that magnetic strip and how con artists are already catching on.
We're also helping college grads catch on to what it's really like in the real world, what they need to remember as they start to take on financial responsibilities of their own. DelmarvaLife, we'll be right back.
DelmarvaLife is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.